All right. Today is day one of however long I make it of reviewing some of my best ball teams that I've drafted in the last 6 months. So as you can see here, we've got about 64 plus some sit and goes of some pre-draft best ball, and then about another 100 or so drafts post draft. So I'm going to do this for a while. If there's a specific draft that you want to see, comment it, and I will make sure to review that one next. But for today, we're going to get into a little board that I did before the draft. I was in the 102 position here. So first thoughts, it's a 3-7-7-3 build, which is where most of my 20 round drafts ended up. Looking at my QB room, I've got Kyler, JJ McCarthy, and Shedeur. Not in love with that Shedeur pick, but as a third QB, not bad. Then for my RB room, I've got Saquon, Josh Jacobs, Bucky, Quinshawn, way too high, Aaron Jones, Najee, and Trey Benson. A little bit of a Quinshawn, Shedeur Sanders stack there, which is nice. I've got Aaron Jones with JJ McCarthy, which is nice. Najee, which is less nice. And then we got Kyler and Trey Benson, so a little bit of stackage going on there. Getting into the wide receiver room, we got DK Metcalf, Jordan Addison, Calvin Ridley, Keenan Allen, Adam Thielen, Jalen Tolbert, and Jalen Naylor. So nice Minnesota stack there with Addison. Hopefully he plays this year. Obviously, elephant in the room, Keenan Allen, way ahead of where he would be drafted now. So terrible closing line value on that. Hopefully he signs with a team at some point soon. That would be nice. Getting into my tight end room, I got Cade Otton, Harold Fannin, and Chig Okonkwo. Thankfully, I went with 3 tight ends here because, as you see, Otton and Fannin both have week 9 buys. So I'll at least have Chig that week. Getting Harold Fannin with Shedeur could be something. It's probably nothing. But yeah, so let's get into, I'm going to look at the board a little bit. So got Saquon at 2. Pretty standard stuff through the beginning. Went 3 RBs back to back, which is fine. Josh Jacobs, Bucky Irving. DK Metcalf in the 4th round feels gross, if I'm being honest. Jordan Addison in the 5th also does not feel great. Calvin Ridley in the 6th is okay. Quinshawn at 7 is gross. Aaron Jones in the 8th is gross. Kyler in the 9th is fine. Keenan Allen in the 10th is probably the worst part of this draft, especially when you see that I could have had Travis Hunter right after. Back-to-back brutal picks with Najee at 122. Trey Benson in the 12th is pretty early, I feel like, for him, but maybe I'm just misremembering things. JJ McCarthy, the 13th is fine. Cade Otton, I mean, it's not great, but it's about where he's at now. Adam Thielen in the 15th is a pretty good pick. Shedeur is fine. Fannin, it's a 17th round pick. Who cares? Tolbert in the 18th. And then wrapping up with Chig and Jalen Naylor. So, I mean, overall, could be better, could be worse. A couple really brutal beats here with Keenan Allen and Najee Harris. Shedeur, maybe he plays, maybe he doesn't. Obviously, this is pre-draft. We thought he was going to go in the top 5. I kind of predicted that he was going to go to Cleveland, but I didn't. I lucked into a couple stacks with him with the rookies. So going back, yeah, I mean, you're hoping that Kyler and JJ are good enough to sustain you most weeks, which they should be. Saquon, Josh Jacobs, Bucky, there should be no problems there. I really shouldn't even need the bottom half of my running back room. My wide receiver room is rough, but you can count on Metcalf and Ridley and Thielen to at least put up requisite points. And then, I mean, I punted tight ends, so I mean, I got what I deserve with punting tight ends. That they'll hit sometimes. It won't be the end of the world. I did notice that I definitely put some Tennessee in here intentionally with Ridley and Chig, thinking, oh, maybe Shedeur goes to Tennessee at 1, which was pretty funny. I'd be curious to see when this was drafted. And of course, Underdog doesn't tell you the date, but it is a slow draft, one of the first ones I did. So it's probably as soon as they opened. So whatever that was, like January or February. That was my very first little board that I got in the queue. So, yeah, I'd say definitely feel worse about this team now than I did when I drafted it. But there's enough there. You can tell yourself a story. We'll have to check back in on this one maybe. All right, that's day one.